The convicted fraudster was once touted as the world's youngest self-made female billionaire by Forbes magazine after she seemingly made a breakthrough in the way diseases are detected. However, 7 years later, and the Theranos founder who pushed a phony blood testing technology, has seen her world fall apart. Holmes, who was found guilty of fraud in January, is being profiled in new Hulu and Disney Plus mini-series, The Dropout. The former businesswoman, who dropped out of Stanford University, is played by Amanda Seyfried. A teaser clip of the Hollywood actor's portrayal released last month shows her capturing Holmes' distinctive deep voice. The Theranos founder's former business partner and ex-boyfriend Ramesh Sunny Balwani, who goes on trial this month, is played by Naveen Andrews. The cast also includes William H. Macy as U.S. physician Richard Fries and Laurie Metcalf as Holmes' former Stanford professor Phyllis Gardner. Stephen Fry also appears as Theranos' former chief scientist Ian Gibbons, who took a fatal overdose in 2013. Emmerdale death as Vinnie Dingle exits just days after marrying Liv Flaherty? In Holmes' real story, she dropped out of Stanford in 2004 to focus on Theranos after rejecting the advice of Dr. Gardner. The professor spoke of her upset at being ignored by Holmes in an interview in January this year before the Theranos founder's trial. She told the BBC, "She just stared through me. And she just seemed absolutely confident of her own brilliance. She wasn't interested in my expertise, and it was upsetting." Holmes arrived at Stanford in 2002 to study chemical engineering before she came up with an idea for a seemingly revolutionary blood testing technology. The idea was a patch that could diagnose health issues from a wearer's blood and release the necessary medication to tackle their illnesses. Dr. Gardner poured cold water on Holmes' plans from the start, raising concerns over the science of her skin patch idea. The professor claimed she told her, "I don't think your idea is going to work." Despite the warning, Holmes plowed ahead and received hundreds of millions of dollars in funding for the company from huge investors, including media tycoon Rupert Murdoch. Emmerdale cancelled, ITV soap taken off air in TV schedule shake-up, latest Christopher Plummer lifted lid on surprise Sound of Music secret, awfully hard to match, inside Louis Theroux admission on BBC producer wife, "I don't trouble her," analysis, but the businesswoman, who was once touted as the next Steve Jobs, was exposed in an investigation by the Wall Street Journal. The U.S. newspaper ran a series of articles, beginning in October 2015, revealing that Theranos' medical results were unreliable. Around this time, scientific issues with Theranos were flagged by the U.S. medicines regulator, the Food and Drug Administration. Investors soon began to distance themselves from Theranos, which was valued at $9 billion, £6. 5 billion, at its peak. By 2016, Forbes had revised Holmes' net worth to zero as the net began to close on the fallen entrepreneur. A legal battle with Theranos' former partner, U.S. pharmacy giant Walgreens, ensued, while there were layoffs at the blood testing firm as it downsized. By 2018 the company collapsed, and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission charged Theranos and Holmes with massive fraud. Holmes was found guilty of 3 counts of fraud and 1 count of conspiring to defraud private investors in the U.S. in January. She is due to be sentenced on September 26 and could face up to 20 years behind bars. The Dropout premieres on Disney Plus in the UK today.